From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We take a look at a live shot from our Elk Country Trinidad sky cam. There you can see some of the clouds kind of clearing out. You can see above that, you've got the blue sky. So I think we'll get to see some pretty good clearing here for the next couple of hours here. But probably start to see some of the clouds and low clouds kind of come in here later on this evening. Here's the deal. No big changes through the weekend, but we do have a mini heat wave for the inland areas here after today. That'll probably peak around Thursday or Friday, and the temperature starts to drop again after that. Now, we're looking at the potential for rain this weekend, maybe even into next week. We'll get into that here in just a little bit here. But I want to talk about the smoke because, of course, it's continuing to be an issue. Of course, you can see the smoke off to the north and west. This is going to produce a lot of smoke out towards western Siskiyou County, even northern portions of Trinity County, and even some of the inland areas of Del Norte and Humboldt counties as well. You can kind of see it pushes to the south overnight and into tomorrow morning. There you can see some of the smoke and haze that we will see in the morning hours here for Trinity County, eastern portions of Humboldt County, and not to mention western Siskiyou County. That does start to show signs of dissipating, though, through the morning on Wednesday and especially Wednesday afternoon. So, of course, we've got the hazy skies out there for many of us in the inland areas again here for today, with temperatures in the upper 80s, mid 60s for the coast. We take a look at Trinity County. Still seeing some of that haze and smoke out there as well today. Otherwise, we're looking at mainly sunny skies here with temperatures in the mid-80s on average. So we've got the storm systems kind of pushing up to our north, but really not having much of an impact on our weather. We do have, though, looking at the precipitation outlook for next week, the areas of green indicating better chances of seeing above normal rainfall. That doesn't mean we're actually going to see a ton of rain. It just means we have the chances of seeing that potential for some rain. So let's talk about that and take a closer look. Here you can see as we go into 4 p.m. today, of course, no rain in the forecast. No rain in the forecast really for your Wednesday or your Thursday, really for the rest of this work week. But by the weekend, we're going to start to see some changes here. Let's take you into Friday. So what I want to point out is that, yes, Futurecast is pointing out on some rain here in the eastern mountains, but all of these areas where you see the cloud cover, this is where we could see the potential for some shower and maybe some thunderstorm activity here. Same situation on Sunday, although I think most of it will be off to our east. Now, Monday, we're seeing kind of the tail end of a cold front. Now, typically with these tail ends of cold fronts, as most of the energy is up to our north, we don't see a lot of rainfall out of it. So most of it does make its way to the north coast, Del Norte, Humboldt County. And then as it starts heading over the coastal range, the Marble Mountains, the Trinity Alps, it starts to break apart. And it looks like it may hold on to itself and maybe bring some showers off of the eastern mountains by Tuesday morning. And look at that, we're seeing some snow possibly for some of the higher elevations. Now that's probably going to be above 5,000 feet. And then by Tuesday afternoon, it looks like it dries out. But if we were to extend this into Wednesday, Thursday of next week, we could still be looking at that potential. But as we get closer to that time frame, we'll start reintroducing the chances for rain. For now, I'm keeping it dry for the next 7 days, but that may change over the next few days as we get closer to the weekend and not to mention next week. Here's what it looks like for the rest of this afternoon. Those wave heights around 6 feet. They are expected to increase, though, as we go into Wednesday afternoon, anywhere from 8 to 9 feet. So, of course, if you do have to be on your boat, be aware of the fact that those wave heights are increasing by tomorrow. There are your winds here for the rest of the afternoon today. There you can see 5 to 15 knots. Your waves from the northwest at about 6 feet at 6 seconds, and your high tide at about 12:17. Just shortly after the noon hour, of course, right around now, right? But then as we go into the afternoon, 5:17, you've got that low tide at 2.6 feet, and it looks like your sun will set today at 7:32 with that patchy fog possibly in the forecast. All right, let's take a look at your forecast for the rest of the day today. Low to mid 80s in Trinity County, upper 80s for most of us in the inland areas. You can see Garberville about 85. Look for a high of about 65 degrees for Klamath, 64 degrees out in Crescent City. Here's a look at your 7-day outlook, and of course you can see those temperatures. We could touch 100 degrees for some of us inland by the time we get into Thursday. That's the peak. Then after that, temperatures do start to drop. I mean, even look at Crescent City. You're getting up to 70. I've even seen some models bring it up to 75, but I think that's overdoing it. We'll keep it at about 70 for now, but it could get a little bit warmer than that. Looking at your 7-day outlook for Eureka, temperatures in the mid to upper 60s over the next 7 days. I mean, even Eureka getting rather mild with a high of about 68 degrees on Thursday, back down to the mid 60s by Friday through the weekend.